My cousin wanted to buy motorbike from England. What side it has handlebar on? He asked the seller. Hello, ребята! Today we'll talk about why being not alright is still okay, since 1/3 of the world is using left-hand traffic. We'll analyze why, when and who. To get your attention, I tell you that last change from right to left-hand traffic was made in 2009. So, if you're dyslexic, there is still a chance for you to get this desirable driver's license. Let's ride! In the beginning, people used feet to travel. Then they used carriages, chariots, rode horses, mules, donkeys. It was all chaos in terms of which side of the road they should choose. Even Romans, despite having plenty of laws concerning who could use their roads and how to construct the roads that survive to this day, didn't specify which side people should use. All roads lead to Rome anyway. But subject started to clarify itself when more and more people traveled and used swords or other hand-wielded weapons. Since more people are right-handed, it is easier to fight, defend when traveling on the left side of the road. Even in Japan, the same issue of samurais who wore swords on the left side and often accidentally blindsided each other with jutting out tips of the sword's sheaths in the narrow streets had caused bloodbaths. Therefore, naturally, with time, most of world roads were left-sided. It is believed that in the year 1300, Pope Boniface VIII advised pilgrims to use the left side of the road. So, when did it start to change? At the end of 18th century, a little man with big ambitions, funny accent and a hat called Napoleon Bonaparte started to introduce a French right-hand traffic in countries he conquered. France changed traffic just after the revolution as a sign that now the ones who did not have a right to wear swords took control of the country. And since Napoleon was a quite efficient conqueror, in Europe prevailed purely political reason for a change. Some say it was Napoleon's way to opposite Catholic Church and cause chaos in enemy's logistics. But at the same time, in 1804, in America, New York also introduced right-hand traffic, but for totally different reason. "19th century, the age of reason. Less and less people used swords, more guns were common, and the main factor came to play. Transportation. Since America has everything bigger than Europe, it occurred that it is more natural to drive a settler's wagon or a postal stagecoach that has many horses in a row when sitting on the left side, holding reins in left hand and whip in the right. It also made it simpler to pass when directly seeing the axis of the road and all in all control the whole vehicle. So why nearly 1/4 of world cars is still driving on the wrong side of the road? In modern world, there is no right or wrong side of the road. We do not use horses on daily basis nor swing swords. Some countries decide to switch lanes for purely economic reasons. Sweden was left-handed until September 3rd, 1967. The famous Dagen Ha, H-Day. H is for Högentrafik, right traffic in Swedish, and all despite the referendum that was in opposite of that change. Too many cars from right-handed neighboring countries entered Sweden each year, causing problems. So, since unlike England, Sweden is no island, they simply had to change it overnight. As I mentioned in the beginning, in 2009, the independent state of Samoa did a side switch to the left-hand traffic. Again, because of the simple fact that most imported cars were from countries that use left-hand traffic, Japan and Australia. Trivia time! All sea traffic is right-handed. In Tanzania, roundabouts are called keep lefty because of the English sign keep left. That's self-explanatory. Not every country under England's reign has left-handed traffic. On Gibraltar, it is right-handed as well as in Canada. In South America, that has right-handed traffic, two countries can surprise you with a lane change: Suriname and Guyana. Also, be careful when visiting Jamaica. And please remember that you cannot exercise switching traffic in front of a mirror, thinking simply, okay, it is normal but reverse. Always know the rules first. Drive safe until the next time. Oh, and as they say, honk twice for the babox! Bye!